Ooh, fast travel point added. Nice. Thislim. Oh, hey, it's them. It's the sailors from that helped us. Oh, that's an inn. Really want that fucking owl. Yeah, there was a little bit of a shipwreck. Don't worry, who knows? I might kill all you two.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me.
Oh,
Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new
same.
piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then?
Maybe it didn't.
Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It
Oh, that
used
was the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes, or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please.
Well, I mean,
So necessary. The quicker
your
you
kill
get
count's
back
lower
to
than
your
mine, bro.
people,
Get good.
the sooner we can all get back out there.
Get good, scrub. Is basically the end of that. Alright, give me 1 second. We're gonna hit a BRB, play some music. Alrighty. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, so let's keep okay. Let's keep talking to our friends. Okay. Hey, Kisara.
What do you see out there?
Zoogles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're
Yeah.
looking pretty riled up.
Goddamn
So-
Zoogles.
Feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
I mean,
All
as
know
best
is
as I could.
Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her
Yeah.
will as well?
Even
Sounds like
within
it.
Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you
No.
don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right?
Nah.
The
Well, I
truly
mean, we don't know.
terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
having the guilt.
If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've
Don't mind
really
me.
been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
What am I fighting for? Oh, I'll make sure to bring all of them back to the village. Oh, hey, a chest. Can I please open it? There we go. Can I please open the fucking chest, video game? Thank you. God, we're gonna need life bottles like crazy. Village is secret. Oh yeah, no, I won't. I'll think about it. Hey, Ridwell.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
Oh.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange.
A horrible murderer, yes.
When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realize what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I
Exactly.
guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering. Just because of
I wonder if
some power
Shion
we
was
never even
a
asked
maiden.
for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand.
I mean,
how
Shion's
much
dress
you
kind of
have
looked a
gone
lot
through.
like
You couldn't have known.
Naori's.
Still, if you want
It
to
looked
make
very
up for
similar,
them,
like same like
couldn't you hurry it
grandiosness.
up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're right. Let's get going.
Oh. Why does this place look familiar? Because it really looks familiar. Hey, Law.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what?
Hell yeah.
What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
Shion's
It's
our
about
friend.
Maori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again.
I mean, it really
I
could.
can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
To hell
So
with
you
that.
think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Whoa, Law, chill.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Wow, everyone else is just like, you know, so consoling.
You're probably right about all this.
So consoling to Alphen. And then Law's just like, knock some fucking sense into yourself, man.
My past has
I'm gonna
nothing
kick
to do
your
with
ass.
Shion. But there's still so much that I
Gonna beat your dick so goddamn hard.
So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
They got such a bromance going on.
Back to the inn, I guess.
They have one hell of a bromance going on. I love it. It's adorable.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting.
Oh,
I
no.
knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
Well, I mean, what else were we going to do?
That sounds bad.
Real bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Alphen, right. Great to have you back. Now let's do this!
Members who left the party have returned. Bumbling fighter extraordinaire. I like it. Alright, so. Boost that elemental attack by 1. Like I said, our real problem here. Let's boost that defense by 10. Our only real problem here is that we still don't have a healer. What are we working on with Kisara? Everything's good. Okay. So I guess we could just that. There we go. Gonna give her attack plus 10. Then alright, Dolim, you're going in the party. Congrats. Strategy, I think. So, no.
Sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Let's go. Move. We gotta kill these Zoogles.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come.
Oh, there's only 4 of them? Oh, I figured there'd be a lot more.
We can't let even a single one through.
There's a firm no Zeugle policy. Fine by me.
A firm no Zoogle policy.
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. You're on. The enemy wields art.
we'll soon see about that.
It's almost too
Nice, got both of them. Hell yeah.
Be my guest. Swordline Alpha.
Make your way. I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your run.
Fuck, I love that. That's it. That is great. I'll stop your movement and I'll stop your life. Fucking love Law. I fucking love Law.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Yep, sure do.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
All right, Winwell. Way to be a downer.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
You're goddamn
No.
right, Dolim.
I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore.
What if Shion's Naori? Yo, what if Shion is Naori?
Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again.
Hell
I'll
no.
protect those bonds with everything I have.
Hell yeah.
That's why I need to keep fighting.
That's the real fighting spirit. That's what it means to be a fighting dreamer.
But Shion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Shion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana.
Hell yeah.
Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
But first,
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
yeah, let's actually.
Can't exactly fight at the top of your.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
Actually, how do I change the party?
By the way, how is Mahavar doing?
About that.
Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't
The
know
captain
what
goes down with the
happened.
ship.
We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going.
Thistleum, the
Thistleum
Hin
was
Village.
founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
they almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even though we're Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zoogles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach.
Those fucking glasses fit perfectly with Rinwell's face.
Turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon.
Oh my god, beyond vengeance.
Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend.
Hell yeah.
Almadria was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renin. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that.
Mm-hmm.
Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almadria was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone.
You want someone in the party to kill her.
It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almadria. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think
We're
you're
all
right.
searching.
It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
They said go to the inn, but... There's nothing in here. Okay, good. Good to know.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Alright, Hoodle. Where's your friend at? I said Hoodle. Ooh, a sea bream. Oh, I can't go that way. Okay. I wonder if... Oh, I can sprint again. Hell yeah. I wonder if... Now I can... get that owl that's literally right here.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
I want that fucking owl, dude. How the hell do I get that owl? There we go. Right eye patch.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Well, let's check the owl forest. Oh, I can't fast travel anywhere. Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Alright, let's see if we can't find it. Just looking around over here. Nope, don't see one. But it'll probably spawn in when we get closer. That's what I'm assuming. It's gotta be like up here, right? Yeah, it's like right over here somewhere. Oh, hey, right here. What do you got? A star. Aw.
You're saying we should check the owl
I
forest?
can't check the goddamn owl forest. I can't check the owl forest, Doodle.
Why?
They're stealing our fish.
Damn it.
What?
It ain't like these fish grow on trees.
Is that so?
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what we can do. These fishy fishing zoogles.
Great job.
Alright, so what do we have to do for this?
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
Oh ho! Shinefall Woods.
I think Hoodle senses an owl around here.
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry.
Yeah.
Out here,
Yeah,
it
that's
feels
how
like
it is
you're
up
trying to
here.
walk through thick soup.
During the summer,
I
it's
can
so
hardly
fucking
breathe,
humid.
it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
Ooh.
It's brutal. all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Oh ho! Oh, there's a way over here. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Go on, let's fight. Edit, that's what I'm looking for. Alright, Dohalim. You're in the party now, since you can do heals.
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Kisara on the ready.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Elusive deity, begin! Here I come! Here I come! I'm ready! Blow them away!
So Dohalim likes to juggle.
Some good weapon crafting material.
Ooh, icicle fangs. Kisara leveled up. Barbed crystal, thermal rock. Oh, and there's a fishing spot right here. One of these days
All we
we'll
have to
do
is
fishing.
Get rid of that thing, right?
Yep, that's all we have to do. Nice and easy. Another day at the office.
It's over!
It really worries me that we don't have a true healer. I missed. Fuck. I missed. Alright, so that's 2. So up this way leads us over here, which is probably where we need to go. Then there's also down here, which is probably where we don't have to go, but that's where I want to go.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know.
Sure is, bud.
It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Eldaman and Sia Pride.
Maybe now's not the best time for Alderman to see a pride. Hey guys. Oh, Kisara's back in the party. Okay.
I'll take out the lake with my shield. I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Yeah, all we need to do is just be careful when we fight. Because we don't have a way of healing. Well, I mean, we got, fuck. We got, Dohalim. We got Dohalim who could definitely... Yeah, we have Dohalim who could do minor heals.
Let's refrain from losing.
It doesn't let me edit here. Yeah, because the only strategy that gives... Yeah, because the only... Edit. There we go. Alright, let's get Dohalim in there. I didn't want Renwell to be the party leader. Oh, it's because I, there we go. There we go. I mean, we could go this way. Oh, there's an owl. Hey, I see it. There you are, bud. I see you up there. Hey, bud. I see ya. I see it. I sensed ya. Oh, I probably have to go over there. Doesn't really make sense, but okay. Is that a left eye patch? Right bandage.
You're saying we should check the owl
I
forest?
can't check the owl forest, god damn it. Trust me, I would love to check the owl forest. It's over here. Okay, so that's another way to go. So I have a feeling over there is where I need to go. Yeah, I have a strong feeling that's where I need to go. So what we're going to
the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
do is we're going to take out these guys.
In a bind? Double Demon Fang! Catapult! This one's all mine! Take it! I can feel the way you stand! Soaring Alpha! Lightning Thrust! Do it! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! Not a chance! You're finished!
There we go. That was easy.
A comfortable win.
We're back to the client. Got it. Ooh. Red lavender. What's that down there? Okay. Um, here's the real question. Let's go over here. We'll probably proc a fast travel point. Because I should be able to fast travel throughout
What's up?
here.
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
Okay, Mom.
What do you...
Okay.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I
Eat
knew.
your vegetables, kids, and pray
Once
to
I read
Jesus
letters,
every
the
day.
Next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
Could have been. I feel no pain.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has...
It really hasn't.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will.
Oh my god, look at all these skits. Yes, let's cook before eating. Cooking effect dark mark? The fuck is dark mark? Hold on, let's look it up. Oh, let's take a look there, bud. Dark Mark. Tails of her eyes. Increase the range of Zoogles and other enemies see you. Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so it makes it easier to rack up combos. Got it. Let's do grilled fish. Kisara.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
I mean, we got tons of fish, so. Let's just enter a cutscene. Shion.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Don't worry, Shion, you're not all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Fuck you, I can't. Alright, Renwell's muttering.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy?
When you yell, "You stupid
Are
jerk!"
you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that?
No. Law, you're a
Ask it to
fucking
send down
idiot.
lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false.
Oh shit!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that.
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
Fuck. Coming to terms.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Oh yeah?
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
Just wanna,
was
sometimes
thinking
just wanna,
about-
just,
You know how I used to work for
Both
Gamble
of 'em.
back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms. You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law. Yeah.
Wow, Law, you're
Not
amazing.
all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Rinwell. Alright, let's drop down a save. Oh man, 17 and a half hours in. Oof. Alright, let's call this an episode.